Hi, this is Nardath. Today I'll be doing a tutorial on the Palmspin trick that was invented by Lucifer. And yeah, this trick can be done a few ways. The start's always the same, so there's not much you can do about the start. But the execution of it and how you exit it is a lot. It can be done in multiple ways. Today I'll start by explaining the original way, which is thrown with your on hand onto your off hand, few spins. Doesn't really matter how. I've been asked how many spins it has to be. I don't think it has to be any amount of spins as long as it spins on the hand, and then you catch it with your off hand. This is kind of the way it looks. Now see how my off hand kind of caught it the way. I didn't catch it open. I didn't catch it in a specific way because it's really hard to catch the Palmspin knowing how much spinning you're putting on it. You really don't know. You catch it how you feel like it's coming. See, I caught it now in a closed position just because that's how I felt like it was going. You know, sometimes you catch it and you catch it in a double rollout and you can catch it like this. You know, it all depends on how you throw it. I find I do this one more often. Now, trick is you want to put your hand in a concave, angle or position. You don't want to go like this because your fingers are going to get in the way when they spin. You want it so that it spins. I like to spin it on the knuckle, the inside knuckle of the hand. I just find it's one of the flatter areas, and it has a nice freely can spin there without getting in the way. Or if you're trying to spin in the middle there, it's not really convex or concave. This is more concave. This is more convex. There's more liberty to spin on this part here than it does anywhere else on the hand. So I try to stay around this area. Now for the throw, it's pretty much a double rollout. I just do double rollout and I go from here. You can do with a bite handle if you want. I go with a safe handle because it gives me more power. I can snap it back and snap it back, or snap it towards my hand better. Now, you don't have to start from here and go like that. Try to do a flyby or something, or I find you lose a lot of spinning when you're going like that. The closer you are, the better. I dropped it there. The closer you are, the better, because you don't lose as much spin. And I find if you start from here, you're going to create an arch. It's going to go up and down. And when you go up and down, when it lands on the hand, you're losing spin because it has a downward force on your hand, and it's got a tendency to slow down, and you're not going to have a lot of spin. So what I do is I try to keep the motion with the less arc as possible. You want to go straight. You want to have this nice, nice trajectory, and you want to have a good spin on it. You want to have a nice, you don't have to give too much spin, but you have to give this nice linear trajectory towards the hand, and it has to kind of slow down. You can kind of tilt your hand a little bit like this, kind of to the side, not to have it flat like this, because if you go like that, it's just gonna, it's not gonna stay on the hand. It's kind of gonna fly away. So what you want to do is you want to tilt your hand just a little bit, roll out, double roll out on this hand, and you throw nice and close, and then with the catching of it, you kind of leave your hand there, wait till it slows down, and then you don't want to go, you don't want to commit and grab it like that, because you might I caught myself earlier today practicing the Palmspin before the tutorial, and I ended up just squeezing the blade and pressure cutting, which is not a fun cut. So you want to kind of just let it slow down, catch it, and then depending on how good you're offhanded, you can if it lands, you never know how it's gonna land, but if it lands, like this, and you can just do a thumb rollover or continuing your combo. So again, see, and now I kind of caught it lightly. I caught it in an open position, good execution, and I find to go into integrating this in the combo, I get into, let's say, a rollover, and then I do this a lot, I know, but I do the kind of offset fanning, you know, like. But when I want to get into the palm spin, I'm turning. Usually, I turn in the kind of this direction, so let's say counterclockwise. But in order to do this palm spin, you want to do it in the. You want to go in the this. You want to do in the other direction, so that you can, you know, kind of go like that, you know. So let's say I'm going and doing my rollovers or whatever, and then I stop myself like this, and I do 2 rollovers the other way, and then I go right into it. So again, you do regular rollovers. You go into position, you stop your rotation like this, and then you go back right into it with the other hand. Now that's another way to do it. When I first started this this combo or doing this trick, I found it was easier to do the throw it with my on hand onto my off hand and catch it with my on hand again. And I found like this, it was easier to integrate in combos because it wasn't I'm better with my on hand. So when I catch it in the awkward position, it's easier for me to just, you know, go into another trick and continue on. So if you go like this and so like that, go right into an area or a helix or rollovers, right? Because I'm better with my offhand to, you know, freestyle tricks. Because you never know how you're gonna catch it. Oh, you know, same idea. So good way to do it when you're starting. Do it, catch it with your on your on hand. It's just way easier to just link into your combos. Sometimes people say they can't get the rotation, you know, on their skin, and this is, some people say it's cheating because I've said this to people before. But if you use a little lotion, just in the palm here, just to get your hands, you know, a little slick. I don't use it anymore because now I know how to do it. I never use lotion anymore. But when I first started, I used a little lotion here, and I found I could get a lot more spin on my palm spin. But that's just for beginners. You know, I don't suggest you use it because then your hands get all, you know, if you're trying to get a combo nice and slick, it's not the best to have, you know, lotiony hands. So yeah, so when you start, good way is to try to catch it with the on hand. Now, there's another way you can do it, is on the back of the hand. And this is the same exact motion. It's not as easy. I find it's the knuckles, you kind of have to, you can't really bend your hand so that the knuckles won't get in the way. So you kind of want to just kind of, it's the same motion, just different, it's kind of a mutation. So backhand, I think it's called knuckle buster or knuckle duster. I think that's what Lucy called it. And another one I do is the one hand palm spin. So I use my on hand, and what I do is I kind of, you know how you do the orbit or whatever, old school like Azteca trick. Well, I throw it into this, so I kind of do a Y2K, let's say Y2K, and then I throw it like this, kind of like but I do it really fast. And then I lay my hand there, wait for it. I don't throw it up, I don't throw it out, I throw it kind of in the same plane. So it's a Y2K, and then this one's really hard. So you Y2K and then you try to catch it like that. Another way to do it, I don't do that one as much. I find it's harder. It's not, I can't do it as consistently. Anyways, thanks for watching this tutorial. I know there's not much to it. It's a pretty simple trick. There's always different things you can do. There's always mutations. I can only show you a few. You know, the rest is for you guys to discover. You know, there's a double palm spin, and there's a palm spin to hack aerial. I won't do it. You can do. So yeah, there's loads of things you can do this. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.